Hey there crewmates, how's it going? It's MiffedCrew here, and today we are going to be looking at a preview of Baby Foxy. Now, I was hoping to upload the actual project of Baby Foxy yesterday, but the animation itself isn't even done yet, let alone the edits and the sound effects. So I'm hoping to have it uploaded next week. So what we are going to do here is that I am going to show you a preview and then break it down. We're gonna break it. I basically explain how I did everything that you see within the scene. So yeah, let's get right to this. Let's start with the preview. Alrighty, so first if we were to go here, I just did this little basic movement right here with basic keyframing. What I did here is that if you were to go onto this frame here and go into the graph editor, I just moved his head really. Yeah, that's basically how I did that little movement there, just very basic keyframing. And for the eyes, I did much the same here. I just made them look to the left slightly, I believe. And for the blink, what I usually do is I usually make from where he's looking at the moment to where he is going to look like right now. Then I make the keyframes for the eyelids from this point to this point, and then I go into them in between these two keyframes. The reason why I do it that way is because if I was to go forward a frame, make him blink, and then go forward another frame, then he will still be blinking, and I'll have to open his eyes again and get it into the position that I want. But if I was to create the keyframes for one point to another, and then if I was to then make him blink in between these keyframes, then the keyframe where he has his eyes open would still be there. So it'll just go to open, and then when I make him blink, it'll go into blink, and then it would go back to the same keyframe that it was on this keyframe for the eyelid bones. So that's pretty much what I did here really. And yep, if we were to then go on forward a little bit here, we have got Baby Foxy doing a little bit more complicated movements here. Now, when it comes to crawling animations, I actually struggle quite a lot with it. Yo, what's the matter, MiffedCrew? You're struggling with little baby crawls? Unlike walking, when you have them in a standing position, they're like on their feet. When you have it in a crawling animation, you have not only the legs on the floor, but you also have the arms on the floor as well, the hands, sorry, should I say. And that means I have to get them into an appropriate length here, usually, in order to stop them from clipping through the floor. Now, as you can see, I actually cheated a bit, and this is when the power of illusions come in, because if we were to go into the camera view here, and if we were to play it, then it just looks like he's crawling. But if we were to go into the work camera here, then I don't even know if he's moving his legs properly and stuff. The point that I'm making here is that because of the way that the camera angle was positioned, then from the camera angle we can't really see his legs or his arms, because in reality his arms and legs are actually clipping quite a lot through the pillow here, and I'm not even sure they're moving, but a whole lot. But when we go into the camera angle, we can't see any of that, and illusions can be very useful. They can really help to get the scene that you want to show without having to worry about glitches. It really helps to get good looking animations out there quicker, so good quality animations out there within a quicker pace, if that makes sense, so without having to worry about every single thing that goes on. And yeah, that's pretty much what I did there. It's just an illusion really. And then here I just had Baby Foxy, yeah, just with some more keyframing. I just had him lean up slightly with the spine, the arms and the jaw, and the head as well. Then I just had him lean down again really. And then I have him start to stumble a little bit here, and then we go into the next scene. If we were to now go into this part right here, we just have Foxy doing a little stumble, should we say. He is supposed to be losing his balance. What I did for this part right here is that I just had him trip a little bit, and well, he's supposed to like lose his balance a little bit there and scratch my neck, yes, and fall over somewhat, as well as some head movements as well. His head just looking slightly upwards again. to represent that he's had a bit of a shock, I guess, from falling down. I'm not sure if I really represented that well. Yep, and then he just leans back up. And that's all I did for that, really. And if we were to go into the next scene here, I'm not too sure how to describe this one. Like, I just did some more keyframing, to be honest. Like, he leans up, he closes his jaw again as he leans forward slightly. And then what I did here is that I had a few keyframes in between the keyframe that I wanted to mainly get him into, because if you just get rid of these keyframes right here, then we will see that it still does the job, but if we had these keyframes back again, then he has a bit more movement there, just a little bit more movement, just to add to it, really. And yeah, and then he just slowly closes his mouth, and then that's all I did really for this preview. Took a bit of effort, I'd say around maybe an hour perhaps of working on this scene alone. I think it was around an hour, something like that, is how long this scene took me in total, if I remember correctly here. But yeah, that's pretty much all for now, crewmates. Thank you for watching. It's MiffedCrew here, and I'll be back with more videos coming soon. Goodbye, crewmates.